what's up, fellas? This is KG from the Pop-Up Filmcast. I just wanted to call and congratulate you guys on joining the PodFix Network. Welcome to have you aboard. Looking forward to all the good episodes and promoting them more than I guess. Well, I don't know more than I normally do, but now I'm required to promote them. But I would do it either way, and also hopefully you guys are all feeling better. I know you were sick in your last episode, and Drew, I wanted to congratulate you on you're becoming a stepfather to a chinchilla. And that's a very important thing. And I'm sure you'll live up to those duties. Anyway, welcome aboard to the PodFix Network, and that's it. I'm out of here.
Hello and welcome to issue number 137 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines, create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
Let me just look behind me. Yep. Chinchilla's up and at it, just running around, digging a hole, just being the rowdy thing she is. Oh, she just jumped on a platform. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's you know what, I will say not much has changed. I still just don't do anything with the chinchilla at all.
Well, you're not married yet.
Yeah,
you're right.
You're not their stepfather quite yet.
It is different. Well, I mean, it's a lot like my dad with me. Doesn't do anything with me.
Well, I'm gonna tell your dad you said that. He's gonna be so sad.
I'm just kidding, Dad. I love you.
It's too late. I already texted him.
He doesn't listen.
I already talked to him on Untapped.
Yep. Did you guys probably
your dad go to all the Lord of the Rings movies back in the day?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, I don't remember telling you this, but yeah, I watched all the first two Lord of the Rings on DVD with my dad, and then like as a special treat in junior high, he picked me up and we went to the third one when it was in theaters. It was awesome.
And if you had to guess, would your dad like the Lord of the Rings?
Oh no, he doesn't remember jack shit about it. If I were to ask him now.
Well, that doesn't mean he didn't like it. It just means he has a bad memory.
He's horrible with that.
I have a distinct memory of talking with you once about how you basically forced your dad to watch the Lord of the Rings and stuff, and like you did a long pause. You're like, I should call my dad.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. This kind of reminds me of another recent story I have with my dad. I was home. I was at my parents'. Probably it must have been Christmas. And I was watching The Witcher on Netflix with my mom, and we were on like the second episode. And for the first episode, my dad had come in, looked at the TV, and then walked away. And then for the second episode, he walked in and like sat down and like started doing something on his like iPad, and then looked up and he was just like, and he saw Henry Cavill on the screen. It was just like, oh hey, that's the same guy from the first episode. I was just like, yeah, Dad. That's how TV shows work. Dad, I don't know if you know this, but like there are main characters. Like, and he's the what do you mean?
He's the one of them.
and then he called me a smart ass and went back to, I don't know, checking the Hawkeye talk boards or something. I don't know what he does anymore. I love you, Dad. I guess.
That does kind of remind me of just like the typical adult thing of a kid's playing a video game. You just walk in and say, "So are you winning?" And that
Are
seems
you
like
winning, son?
I feel like your dad might have said that to you a few times growing up.
Like, yeah, like it would be a game where it's like not something that's quantifiable by that. Like you're playing Zelda or something. It's just like, yeah, I guess I'm winning. I'm just playing the game.
I'm playing the game. Like, there's not really a win state. Well, there is, but it's not really. Yeah. Whatever.
Can't you just pause and help me? No, Dad, I can't pause.
Well, you could pause. You could pause Zelda, Drew.
Yeah.
I know, but those. When you're playing, it's just like, hey, no, it doesn't work that way. Why don't you just turn it off?
Just turn it off. I'm in the middle of a Pokemon battle. God. Seriously though, I don't think that my mom ever truly got that you can't just shut it off.
What else did Keith talk about? Oh yeah, PodFix Network. Yeah. Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, what is that? I have not heard of that.
Wait until the end of the show where you will tell us about it. So.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to hear. I can't hear what I have to say.
Yeah. So thanks, Keith. Thanks for the welcome. Thanks for the well wishes on my new role. We are feeling better. I know, Tanner, you still got a cough.
Yeah, I'm going to be muting a lot. I've been muting already. I've been coughing during this intro.
Yeah, sick boy. I'm feeling a lot better. Now, we do have one more voicemail, so I just give that a click here.
Gentlemen, it's Carl. This message is mostly for Drew. Drew, of course, as your friend, I want to say congratulations on your recent engagement. But as your representation, I'm a bit horrified because we over here at the PR firm we're just trying to keep from getting canceled, guys, because, you know, you said that Lexi's dad, and I've met Lexi, she's a lovely person, but, you know, you said that Lexi's dad wanted you to wait until she was done with school. You didn't really specify what kind of school, so we're trying so hard from getting into big trouble thinking that, you know, your fiance is still in high school or something. But if you could just, you know, put out a statement making sure everybody knows your fiance is definitely of adult age, that would do us a huge favor over here. Thanks.
I cannot emphasize enough how much she is not in high school. No, she is. She's going to school to be a dental hygienist. So this is actually her second time in college. So definitely not in high school. Nothing below that or anything. Not even. This is her second time through college, basically, to get a second major. So
listen, I'm not going to say anything, but it's kind of weird how much you're denying. Like you're almost denying it too much. It's kind of making me wonder if maybe. You know, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, I wasn't going to make jokes about it because
she's got some old bones.
Drew. I am not joking.
I am older than her, I guess. I'm like by what is she? She's 20.
I think you're older than her by 47 years.
Yeah. I'm old. I don't know if you know this. I'm so old. You guys are what? Like 29, 28 or something?
Even 29. I'm 28.
Yeah, I'm like 60.
Yeah, Drew would just like hang around the high school even though he had graduated 20 years earlier, and that's how we became friends.
Yeah, one of those guys. One of those guys.
Actually, Drew, your birthday's a week from today.
Oh, you're right. It is. But when this comes out, I guess it's 2 days. 2 days away from. So yeah, happy birthday to me. Yeah, but Lexi is 26 years old, so can't emphasize that enough. You don't have any smart comment for that, Nate, at all? No, nothing.
No.
Okay. All right. Also, since when is Carl our PR?
Oh, I don't know when he took that role.
Yeah, I guess whatever. We'll give it to him. I thought that was your brother, Tanner, but whatever.
At a certain point, I think since he gave us so many fucking articles, he's just like
he can just do whatever he wants. He just
ascended to a new role.
Yeah. Sorry, Tanner. What were you saying about Kelsey?
I was gonna say my wife's 27, so to me, you're kind of a cradle robber.
Oh, Lexi's gonna be 27 in July, so. But by then I'll be 29. She calls me old man all the time.
Well, to be fair, you could have been called that when you were like 22.
Yeah. Well,
based off your habits and tendencies, I mean.
Yeah. Like all my cigars that I smoke like an old man.
Mm-hmm. Your Werther's
my
Originals
problem. Oh yeah, that too. That's probably the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the voicemail, Carl. Thank you, Keith, as well. Nate, let's just move on, and maybe you can tell Tanner and me what we do here.
Yeah. Well, every week, Drew, you, Tanner, and I get together. We grab some strange and bizarre headlines from the internet, throw those in a list with headlines that people have sent in to us. We pick one at random and we use it as an origin story for a superhero or a supervillain. Now, Tanner, what did we make last week? I was going to try and remember, but it's not worth it. What did we make last week and what are we making this week?
Do you remember if it was a hero or a villain? I'm just curious if you do.
Oh boy. I knew it was a shorter one.
I honestly don't remember
knocked
either.
It out right away. I don't.
It must have been a villain, right? Because I'm just going off of the Carla San Diego or Carla San Francisco.
Yeah,
where we created a hero. Yeah, all right.
It was a villain. Yeah, it was Dr. Gloom. Did we decide on Victor?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
I only wrote down Dr. Gloom. He was the dude who had the...
One of the few instances...
Huh?
Sorry. I was going to say one of the few instances where we named the title of the episode after the actual name we ended up using.
Oh, yeah. We don't do that very often. But yeah, he was just like
used to do that.
A glider and stuff.
I do remember that, Drew.
Yeah, it was stupid. Kind of ruined the punchline.
Yeah. But anyway, so that means we're going to make a hero this week, obviously. And I picked a headline at random already, but I forgot what number it was. Or what page I was on. So it's number 11. And forewarning you guys, it's just like a picture of a newspaper headline. And I think a lot of what makes this a weird headline is that it's just worded poorly, but I'll go ahead and read it here.
Okay.
Boy paralyzed after tumor fights back to gain a black belt. So
sorry, what was the name or what was the number on this one?
11. So I think a comma is needed, or multiple commas are needed in this. Because if you read it at face value, it's a tumor fought back to gain a black belt and paralyzed a boy. But I think what it is a boy was paralyzed after a tumor, and then he fought back to gain a black belt.
I was like, man, I was trying to parse this sentence.
It's really
I was
bad.
like, what does it actually mean?
It's really bad. This one was submitted by Curtis Erickson. Thank you, Curtis. I think you gave us maybe last week's or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. I do want to know. I wonder if this is one that Curtis got in like his local newspaper, which that's something I would love to have more of. Like, give me the stupid local newspaper headlines. Those would be great. Yeah. So I have a mental image, and it's pretty horrifying.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, but I cannot read any of like the text below the headline. Like, it's too blurry for me, so I have no other context.
A boy left paralyzed after something tumor has
A brain tumor.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not.
Oh, he's baffled doctors by making an
unexpected recovery and earning a black belt in Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, yeah.
The kid's name now is
Daniel.
Or now 16. Underwent emergency surgery. We can't read this whole article.
No, we can't. It's kind of fun, but
we can. But I don't think anyone else would enjoy it.
No.
So,
but we got to just focus on that headline.
Do we take it at face value? And this kid was beating up a tumor and it fought back,
and just kicked this tumor kicked this boy's ass, left him paralyzed.
So weird.
Okay, it can't be a tumor. It's something else that was maybe mistaken as a tumor or something like that.
Okay.
He doesn't also have to be permanently paralyzed.
No, and plus, I mean, eventually we can just move on from the boy and just focus on this black belt tumor. That's the real villain here. We're making a villain, Nate. He's got to kick this
hero.
boy's
Are we
butt.
making a villain?
We're doing a hero.
Fuck.
So I had an idea, but I don't know how we would make it work. I don't know how we would get there.
All right.
The only idea I had was that we would make a hero who was like, it would be this kid who would somehow gain these sort of like mystical iron fist abilities, but instead of like having an iron fist, he would sort of be able to like kick sickness out of people.
Okay. I kind of like that.
And I don't know, there's lots more to do with that, but like that was the first thing I thought of.
Along with that, does he like kick sickness out of someone and then has to fight the like raw sickness?
I love that. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why he's fighting a tumor.
Like,
I see.
Boy paralyzed after tumor.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
this is his nemesis, the tumor.
And okay, what if here could be a play on words. Paralyzed in fear or something like that. Not actually paralyzed.
Headline just paper writers is extremely misleading.
I mean, it
Mark
already
Reynolds,
is.
who wrote this, just had only a limited amount of space. There was an ad underneath it, as you can see. Could only do this much. It's a very large headline, though.
Couldn't have done smaller font. It wasn't allowed.
Yeah. No. I don't know. I like this general framework. I'm just trying to pinpoint like something to like delve into and try to flesh it out, but I'm having a hard time.
I don't understand. I thought your idea with him fighting the
Well, okay. What is
was great.
if he kicks? Okay, there's someone who has a tumor and he kicks them, and the tumor comes out. What does that look like? What does it look like?
The tumor or the kick?
I guess both. I was asking about the tumor, but the kick could also be a fun thing to talk about as well.
I kind of imagine that his foot sort of momentarily gains like it can go through stuff, but like it can still kick out the tumor, but like leave their body unharmed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
it only kicks the raw sickness, and it has like I don't know what's an aura around it when it's going through. Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch? Well, do you remember the episode? There's an animated Spider-Man series from the 90s. I
Yeah.
have this vivid memory of like, I don't remember what the actual villain was, but somebody had come up with technology that could like scan a person with this like laser, and it would only destroy tumor cells as it was scanning them.
Holy shit. That's
And
amazing.
I don't know what happened to them after that, but it's presumably something bad because it was Spider-Man.
Well, I tell you what, that's on my list to watch because it's all on Disney Plus now, so I'm gonna be watching
That's
that for
true.
sure. I'll tell you when I get to it. No, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't
Yeah,
think I
don't
watched
recall
that
that
show
either.
that much.
I did watch that growing up, but
good
I
show.
don't
You should
remember
watch
that
it.
specific thing.
It's kind of like,
Well, you tell me if you get there.
okay, I will. But it sounds kind of like something Doc Ock would do, like,
I was thinking more Doc Connors.
and then Connors would. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Just I assumed that this machine was like taken by someone and like used for evil, or I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like what happened was that something went horribly wrong with whoever was getting scanned, and something happened to them, but I don't really remember. I was hoping you guys would.
Nope, we failed you.
Yeah, I just searched Spider-Man TV show Cancer Machine, and that didn't give me anything.
They didn't even pull up the episode where they have a
tumor
machine that just
laser.
gives people cancer.
That's what, yeah.
There's a 3-minute video of Marvel Spider-Man the heist. It looks like it's just the puzzles from the Spider-Man game. I want to watch that. Maybe that has what I'm looking for.
Which Spider-Man game?
Does not. The most recent one, Marvel's Spider-Man.
Oh man, I can hear that music in my head. Honestly,
It's a good game.
yeah. Did you ever? You surely you finished that, Tanner?
No. I don't know the last game
Yeah.
I
Okay.
finished.
Jesus, man. I can't. I figured that would be the game you would finish.
I played it a ton, like for the
Your boy's
first
about
2
to
weeks
get
I had it,
to-
and then yeah.
You're gonna get Animal Crossing, and you're gonna make your character, and then you're gonna throw it into the sun. And then you're gonna play it again.
Probably.
15 days and that Animal Crossing comes out. This is gonna be the first one I've ever played. I'm very excited.
I need
This is the first Nintendo console I've had since the Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64. Remember that?
yeah. Remember that video?
Remember that guy? What's your guys' favorite video? Should we just do that?
It was probably when the old Capri Sun commercials.
Oh, my favorite
one,
is an
specifically?
old Snickers commercial with Patrick Ewing.
Which one's that? Who's
Wow, your favorite isn't the one with the emu?
No. So it's like a dude like takes a bite from his Snickers and he looks up and he says Patrick because it's Patrick Ewing and he goes, "What's up, Brian?" And then he jumps on top of him and dunks and the backboard explodes and then he says "Oops" and then he walks away, and that's the funniest commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I gotta. Well, can you guys vamp for a while? I gotta watch this Patrick Ewing commercial.
Patrick?
What's up, Ryan?
I told you.
Get dunked on by Patrick Ewing.
I thought it was gonna be one of those ones where it's just like eat a Snicker. Anyway, yeah, that was damn. So, wait, no, Tanner, I gotta ask, that commercial more than Emu?
It's close, but yeah, I think that one's a nostalgic thing for me because that's the first commercial that I ever cried from laughter at. Lima was like many years later.
That one's really good, I will say. I wouldn't be upset if I saw that one at the Super Bowl or anything.
It's the best.
All right. God damn it. Did you just tweet it out?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Did you tweet it from the Headline Heroes account?
Yeah, you did.
You know what? I just started thinking, cut this out, but we always talk about, we'll post this later. I'm just going to, if we think of it, we should just post shit while we're doing the episode.
I'm leaving this in. Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now people can go to our Twitter feed and look at what we were laughing at.
Yeah. What are we doing? Let's
lost the plot. Kicking cancer out of a person. What does that look like? Okay, so you want to know what the tumor looks like when it comes out.
Yeah.
My first thought is like a big Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Okay, is it ghost-like or is it like more solid?
I'm just visually, I was thinking.
So it's like solid though. Like you can punch it right in the mouth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's gonna have to punch this bad boy.
Maybe okay. And maybe the color depends on like the type of sickness or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
He kicks the flu out of somebody, and it's like a big cloud of bees or something, or a big cloud of like weird creatures, little gnats.
I did just have a flu, and it did feel like just a bunch of bees in there. That's why I couldn't have honey.
Science hasn't been able to prove that the flu is not a bunch of bees stuck up inside you.
It's true.
Like a cold could look very, very mucusy, much like Slimer, I suppose.
And obviously, when you're congested, it's those little guys from the Mucinex commercials that come out.
God, yes. Yeah, those commercials are truly disgusting.
And then there's like the toe fungus.
God,
guys.
I was gonna bring those up next. I brought them up before. I hate those commercials. It's like nails on chalkboard.
I made the mistake of just searching toe fungus. What do you call them, a mascot?
The worst part about it is like he lifts up a toenail like it's a trap door, and it makes me
I have a picture of it. It's the
into
worst.
Myself. It
makes my toe hurt.
I out of respect, I will not send it to you.
Thank you. I can just see it. God, and they look horrifying. Yeah, so they look like that.
Oh boy, that's bad.
How did this kid get the powers? What happened?
Maybe he had a relative who had Oh, sorry, you go?
I was going to say maybe he was very sick himself and there's something with that.
Oh, that could work. One way. Mine was he maybe had a relative, like his brother or something, was like really sick with cancer and he was like really good at Taekwondo. And one day he was like in the hospital, his brother's like, "Oh, I just wish I could punch this out of you." And then like he for some reason punches his brother, but then the cancer comes out.
So what you're suggesting is that he just had it to begin with and just happened to stumble upon it?
Could be.
Maybe he was,
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense of how he has it.
Yes.
Struck?
No.
Okay. Nuclear waste.
Maybe there was an experimental antidote of some kind.
Yeah, like a super drug or something. Maybe he was the sick one.
Yeah, or something. Or I don't know.
It could be
vaccinate your kids. Everyone.
When he says that he wishes he could just fight the cancer out of his brother, there's like a wise old janitor in the hall, and like he winks right then. And then it's kind of like
what they do in body switching movies. He winks at the camera,
but instead with beating up cancer.
I like. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. Shit.
Yeah. No, I like it. I'm trying to think. When was the last time we did like a mystical thing like that?
Boy, the only one that comes to mind is I think only because it was Enter the Sign Man, like episode 2, and I think that's only because it was our second episode, and I'm predisposed to remember it.
Juggle Jr. was also.
I would say the juggler
mystical
one, where his master like is addicted to heroin and shoots up in front of him.
Man, I'm looking at some of our episodes and I don't recognize any of these. I have no idea. Like, what the fuck was the pot? What is Nay We Can? I don't know. What Heroes with Extra Sausage? I have no idea what that is.
Oh, the Nay We Can is the horse who runs for president.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Come on.
Yeah. All right, Mystical.
Are you talking about the rapper Mystical?
Yes, of course. Who else would I be talking about?
Good point.
Yeah. It's I like his janitor. It's like a very old janitor, winks at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the kid who's sick, maybe it's like a relative, and then like what we were saying. And then he does it. He becomes basically like a miracle healer.
Pretty much. So like he like knocks the cancer out of his relative or whatever, beats it up, and then like he's going around and doing it for other people. But how does he like choose who to do it for and stuff? Because I don't think we can have him just be like, yeah, he cures all diseases constantly and like saves everyone. Yeah,
it's like maybe I feel like at first he would naturally be like a spiritual healer of some kind, but like how do we round that corner so that he's not that and really goes into being a hero?
It's a good question.
Oh God, I just now realized that we're in the climate right now is very disease heavy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if every late night tacos can make a joke about the coronavirus, we can talk about not the coronavirus and it not be a controversial thing.
Hey Tanner, what is I know you have a killer Jay Leno impression.
Yeah.
Could you show me what that sounds like?
I don't think I could even. I couldn't even think of how he sounds right now, to be honest with you. He does. Have you seen this? Have you heard this? Have you seen this?
Oh,
that's all I got.
Jay, hey, put Tanner back on.
Oh.
That's all the more I know for what he does.
I don't know anything else either.
Let me try. My name's Jay Leno. Have you looked at this? How's that?
That was great.
Yeah, that was much better than mine.
Let me try one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jay Leno here. I love cars, I think.
Oh, shit.
Own a lot of cars. Something about Conan. I don't know. I screwed him over somehow. Anyway, bye.
My chin.
It's so big.
Very big.
Did he voice the Crimson Chin?
He did, yeah. So
right.
It was a good get.
It was.
All right,
why does he become a hero?
Is there? I was gonna suggest like maybe there is a big outbreak and then but more than just an outbreak, more like a takeover of some kind, or like I don't know, a real opportunity for this kid to like he's the only solution.
There is this whole idea we had where with that you had mentioned briefly, Drew, with like the tumor. Well, the whole headline with the tumor like somehow impacting his life, or him being like unable to kill the tumor like outright.
Yeah.
So maybe there's like could it be there's like, I don't know how this would work, but like tumors are somehow like infecting people and like controlling them.
Maybe.
So he's got to like take on this threat.
Maybe. Okay. What if the initial, he saves his like younger brother or something and kicks out that tumor, and that tumor escapes somehow and is left to like exist in the real world and like becomes a huge threat because of that. And then that tumor is then able to infect others or creates a weird tumor army.
Well, I mean, I could like split. The tumor could split, or it could just like impact, or like, you know, like he's like infect other people from person to person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's got to go out and like try and take this. He can't just be spending time healing like small cases. He's got to get out there and stop this before it becomes huge.
Right. Okay. That works.
So then,
right.
like, when the tumor infects people,
So
are they like mind controlled slightly or something? Where they like, he has to like fight them, kind of. I guess just like knock the cancer out of them too, or the tumor out of them.
I feel like he doesn't have to fight. The threat of them controlling a person is just that like they can start to enact some sort of larger plan to continue to infect everyone. Like all he has to do is kick the tumor out of the person, but it's figuring out who has the tumor inside them and what they're planning. That's
okay.
the struggle.
Yeah, got it. That makes sense.
Okay. So, what's should we describe like a final battle? Or do we not need to?
I don't know. I mean, out of episode, like we had talked about, I know it's easier for you if we make episodes a little on the shorter side. And I feel like we've sort of hashed out a pretty good hero here with some funny bits if we wanted to move on to like costume and that kind of stuff.
Well, just one last thing. When do you guys think was the worst time you were ever sick?
Oh boy. I had an ulcer. I'm pretty sure when I got out of college, I started drinking coffee and I started drinking a lot. I got one of these like Caribou Coffee does these like free, if you buy one of their mugs, it was for like breast cancer. So it's pink. You could get free coffee for the month as much as you wanted to come in and get it. So I went from drinking very little coffee to drinking a lot of coffee. And I'm pretty sure based on my symptoms that I had a very bad ulcer and it was very unpleasant. So that was probably the worst time I was ever sick. Could have used somebody to kick that out of me.
Worst time I was ever sick. I used to get this thing where it would it literally hurt to breathe.
Oh,
that's not great.
It turns out, yeah, I would get it like clockwork like every year, but I haven't gotten it since I think freshman year of college. I think it's called pleurisy. It's basically an infection of the lungs. Sucked. I could have used a swift kick to the chest would have been great.
What about you, Tanner?
I don't know about the worst time I've been sick, but like my most memorable time being sick was one summer. I like got like it must have been a really bad cold or some sort of infection. Where I was like out for a week. And then it was my friend Michael Olson's birthday. He listens to the podcast. He'll probably get this episode eventually. And I felt good enough during the like afternoon to go, and then like during the evening I started to not feel very good while everyone was like playing a video game on the Super Nintendo, or it was PlayStation, I think. It would have been like early 2000s. I started really not feeling good. My stomach felt really bad, and I farted, and everyone ran out of the room because of how bad it smelled. And I always remember how bad that was.
Wow. Oof. Ours were kind of serious, Tanner, but you're
yeah, my fart was so bad. And like, I mean, not to be crass, but like it was probably the worst smelling fart I've ever had in my entire life.
Usually you can tolerate your own flavor, but you're saying this was not that way.
Yeah, like I started like I'm sure my skin like flushed. Like I was feeling like real lightheaded and like weak, and I was just like curled up in a ball on the floor, and then I farted and it smelled real bad.
I thought you were gonna say I was real lightheaded after that one.
No, I mean I probably was afterwards too. But then my mom came and picked me up, and I farted at home a bunch that night.
Wow.
Yeah, I missed the rest of the birthday party.
That was inspiring.
They had so much fun without you. I just know it. I wasn't there, but I just know they did.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Why don't we move on? Thanks, Tanner.
Yeah, I'm glad I got that one out. I needed the world to know that one.
Yeah, you were just antsy to tell that story. I know.
Yeah, I bet you were pretty happy to get that out. Those parts out too. You know.
Mm-hmm. What do we do next? Costume? Yeah, costume. I imagine. I mean, it's kind of just a karate gi. That's kind of what I was
probably
thinking.
A gi. Is there any sort of symbol that could go on the back? That's like, I don't know, like
that's what I was wondering.
It's like, no, this is gonna be hard not to be offensive, but like,
sign?
what language or what is Taekwondo? Is that like Chinese or Japanese or something?
It's not Japanese.
Because I would feel like we could just use the symbol in whatever language like that it originates from. For like,
I think it's Korean.
Is it?
Honestly.
So is there like a Korean symbol for like doctor or something?
What if we did is there a Hippocratic symbol? What's that?
Oh, it's like
it's like the staff with the snakes around it or whatever.
yeah.
Maybe that mixed with a little biohazard.
The Codicus? C-A... This is how it's spelled anyway. That the thing that with the wings and snake is called that.
Codicus. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or however you say that.
It could be something with that.
Yeah, I like that idea. So it's
like,
kind of a cool symbol in the first place.
Maybe like he's like his credo is like very tied to the Hippocratic Oath, even though do no harm, as he's not hurting them, I guess.
No, he's hurting the bad disease thing.
Yeah. Do no harm.
Also, it's caduceus.
Oh.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, so I mean,
yeah.
Is there more costume we want to discuss, or comic book cover?
Let's move on to comic book cover, I guess.
Any thoughts?
It could be an action shot of him kicking something out of someone.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool.
The person is unharmed, and then this like thing is flying out of him.
Yeah, and like showing like his leg is like going through the person to like kind of make it like almost transparent looking,
glowing, and has like some sort of not a flame, but like something around it to show that it's like mystical in some sort.
Yeah, an aura of some kind.
Like all right. Yeah, that. And then there's like something in the window behind him, and it's a tumor. Oh no!
About to paralyze him somehow.
Yeah. Okay, I guess now name.
We got a lot to work with here. I feel like.
What if we call him Kickocratic?
Kickocratic Oath.
The Kickocratic Oath.
I mean, I don't have anything better off the
I
dome.
don't hate Kickocratic, but I feel like we should take another kick a cracks at it.
Kickocratic. What's another medical term?
Doctor.
What's the medical term for like taking something out? You know how every once in a while you see on the internet like this is what all the terms mean. Like this means tying something, connecting two things. This means taking something out. This means, you know what I mean? Like what all the various suffixes of words mean for medicine.
A biopsy is the examination of tissue removed from living body. I was going to say autopsy, but that would imply they're dead.
Karateopsy. Doesn't make sense because he does taekwondo.
Maybe something with taekwondo.
Taekwondo Joe, and his name could be Joe.
Thank you, Tanner. Thank you.
I think it's been a couple weeks since I did one of those.
One of these days, I'm going to make that montage. It's going to be just for us.
Dr. Kicks.
Maybe we do a play on Iron Fist.
So what, like Steel Foot?
Steel Foot. Yeah, I don't know.
Kick douchious.
Yeah, I was thinking of something with that too. The Caduceus.
Who are you reference? Caduceus. Okay.
Caduceus. Kick Duceus. It's just putting the word kick in the front, which is...
I don't know. I kind of like Kickocratic.
Okay, so is it Kickocratic?
Yeah, I can get down with Kickocratic.
So it's just Kickocratic, it's not Kickocratic Oath?
I like Kickocratic Oath.
Okay, so he would be called like the Kickocratic Oath, but people probably just call him Kickocratic, like for short, I would assume.
For shorts.
Yeah.
And honestly, then what if he is okay? They could call him for short KO.
Oh shit.
Shit, I know.
That's actually good. How would you spell Kickocratic if you had to?
KICKOCRATIC.
And then Oath. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, we did it.
Yeah, we did.
Tanner, you want to finish it off here, I guess?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is going to conclude issue number 137 of Headline Heroes. This week we created the hero Kikocratic Oath, the Taekwondo dude who can kick illnesses out of people. At this time, as always, we'd like to thank Brett Jacobson for creating the art for our show. If anyone's interested, Brett is just selling a bunch of loose keyboard keys for some reason, so reach out to him if you need any.
Weirdly, they're all the S key.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that part.
Why?
We should also probably thank Carl Sorensen. Carl did all the music for our podcast and helps with all the post-production of the audio. If you're interested in working with Carl on any sort of musical project, you can reach out to him at carljsorensen.com. And also, as we said at the top of the podcast, we are part of the PodFix Network. That includes a number of really excellent shows. Ourselves, one of them, if I dare to say so myself. If you're interested in looking up a little bit more about the PodFix Network and the other shows on it, you can check them out in a bunch of different places at like podfixnetwork.com. You can go to facebook.com/podfixnetwork or twitter.com/podfix. And actually, I realize here I'm looking, they also have an Instagram. So instagram.com/podfixnetwork. I'm not really,
holy shit.
I actually looked at this. I'm going to go and follow that.
There you go.
And you know what? You should too.
If you come across any articles, send them our way. We'd love to have them. As I said earlier, it'd be fun to have more local newspapers. I think that could be a lot of fun. Snap a picture, send them our way. We'd love to have them. You send them to our Twitter at headline_heroes. We have our email, headlineheroescast@gmail.com, our Facebook group, the Headline Heroes group, and a subreddit, r-headline heroes. If you want to call in, leave a voicemail like Carl and Keith did up at the top. We could play it here. I'd love to hear from you. The number is 319-596-6766. Give us a call. Whatever you're listening to us on, be it iTunes, Google Play, or any other podcast app. If you could hit subscribe, helps our numbers. Give us a rating. Give us a review. Tell us what you think. Tell a friend about us. And finally, thank you for listening, and we hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.